first. What it means, Jami'? Jami', meeting place. Why meeting place? For weekly prayers mainly. Main purpose, weekly prayers. Okay. But if you want to visit to pray individually or not weekly prayers, small places we call masjid. The place you are prostrating to God. And we said Jami'. Jami' in Arabic. Christians pray in church. Church means congregation, but not depending to the Bible. That's the problem. But the word depending to Bible is meeting place, meeting tent, and meeting place. Meeting place in Greek we call synagogue, but in Arabic it's same mosque. Sorry, Jami'. Synagogue in Greek, Jami' in Arabic means same thing for weekly prayers. Is clear?
Yes.
It means, and for example, in the Bible it say whenever Moses, Aaron and their son, they were approaching to meeting place. It means when they go to Jami', an altar we call for mihrab. They washed how God ordered them. That's from Bible. It means in the Bible also there is ablution. I told you before, what you can see in the Quran, you can see same thing in the Bible. But the problem in time they change for different purposes. Okay, that mosque, the second biggest mosque for now. Probably next year when you come here, it will be third biggest mosque. Why? Because up to now, second biggest one after Suleimania. Here is second. Suleimania number one. Here is second. But Erdogan now visiting a bigger mosque in Istanbul on the Asian side, on the hill, Çamlıca Hill. And but among foreigners, this mosque called blue mosque. The reason you saw inside because of decoration of blue color. And we are in the outside courtyard. Outside courtyard used for mosque services. We see ablution place. We see 6 minaret, and for 400 more or less 100 years was unique mosque with 6 minaret in Turkey. But about 20 years before they construct one in Adana. Now we have 2 6 minaret mosques in Istanbul. And when Sultan was coming here, we see a ramp. They were going up, sitting up, and when they call to pray, they go inside and they were praying there. And in mihrab, I don't know in Malaysia you have this kind of thing or not. There was a verse here and in Hagia Sophia. Over the niche we have a text from Quran. فَوَلِّ وَجْهَكَ شَطْرَ الْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ. During prayer time oriented to Mecca temple, or كُلَّمَا دَخَلَ عَلَيْهَا ذَكَرِيَا الْمِحْرَابِ. Look, that's very important. Why? A miracle about Virgin Mary written on the mihrab. For 2 reasons. One, mihrab, the place Mary was dedicated his time to God, the place of worship, and mihrab is place of worship. Second thing, when you read this text, you see it say when Zachariah entered Virgin Mary room, mihrab saw some food at her room. When asked her from where that food come, she said from God, and God to whom he want give them abundantly. These texts written in Christian texts, but not in Matthew, Mark, John, Luke, in St. James Gospel. When you go to internet, you can find this text, but plus to this, when you go to YouTube, write anti-Christian texts prove Islam is correct. Write this. You see in Middle East, a British theologist make a conversation with a priest, Greek priest, and they give information about this text. And when you go to Korea church in Istanbul, when you go to Padua church in Italy, you see on the scenes, Archangel bring food to Virgin Mary. It means before they found this text in Middle East, under the lock, in Catholic Church, in Orthodox Church, they have copies of St. James. Another thing, what was what is it? Okay, now I forgot another thing. Okay, we go middle part. If I remember, I will tell you. Who constructed this temple first time?
Ibrahim and Ismail. Ibrahim.
Not Ibrahim, Adam. The first temple dedicated to God constructed in Mecca. That's Al Imran 96. But Ibrahim, raised the walls. Read Quran very carefully. Raised the walls. And we see from Adam to Muhammad, most of these prophecies are written in the Quran. And about this one, I tell you something. Today in European churches, they have, if they are Catholic, 73 books. If they are Protestants, 67, 68 books. But they don't have this one. But African churches have the book of Idris also. Now I forget his name. Okay, that's all. We see porticos. Once in porticos, summertime, they were students, kids, they were studying Quran. But now here is touristic place. Because of that, no any activity like this. And of course, in hot summer days, sometimes elderly people make siesta in the mosque, sleeping, short sleeping. And when we look this side, we see a verse from Quran. That's about praying. Other side also about praying. قال الله تعالى والذين هم على صلواتهم يحافظون وأولئك هم المكرمون جنات المكرمون وأولئك جنات المكرمون, something like this. I didn't memorize. I'm looking there. That's very important. About this I want to tell you something. They say who keep their prayer at the God level, they will be praised. It means who obey the will of God, God praise them. Instead of church claiming something, church say who accept Jesus is Son of God and Messiah, they are saved. But problem, Bible doesn't accept it. Bible say only there is one Savior, God, not Jesus. And Jesus say, what I do, commanded to me. Doesn't say I have ability to do something. And Jesus himself prayed to God. So he wants permission, forgiveness from God. If he needs forgiveness, how he give forgiveness to other one? Salvation from God. Who obey the will of God, God praise them. No obedience, no salvation. Is enough? When we look here very carefully, we see a nice door, the main door of Blue Mosque. And it is monumental door. That's a picture of Seljukian architecture to construct buildings with big doors, monumental doors. And upper part we see Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah. Everybody know this. Other one, Inna salata kanat anil mu'minina kitaban mawquta. The prayer are ordered to believers at certain times. I want to make a small commentary about this verse because we saw they say who believed Jesus is Son of God and Messiah, they are saved. I told you Bible say no. I read the Bible from Bible also. I read a text, you see it say no. In the Bible again, Matthew 5:19, I think, 17 or 19, say, many people call me Lord, Lord, will not go to the kingdom of heaven, only the ones who obey the will of God. The one who obey the will of God, in Arabic we call,
iPad.
what is this guy? My friend. Arabic. It means Muslim, akhi. The one who obey the will of God is Muslim in Arabic. Okay. In the Bible also is written this. But the one who say I'm Muslim is not saved. You should believe by heart and practice, otherwise no salvation. Why God say a certain period is written order to Muslim? It means if you are working for someone, you should go to your business when your boss say you agree with your boss, and you should do what your boss said. Otherwise, at the end of month, no
Salary.
reward, no salary. Same thing in the religion is valid. If you do what he said, you are saved. You will be praised with Jannah. Otherwise, no Jannah, except God mercy. That's something different. Any question? Inside there was 4 steps, and more or less, if you accept every 2 meters for 3 persons, 60,000 people capacity, bigness of this hippodrome. And during rebellion, 532, when they wanted to dethrone Islam the first, about 30,000 people was killed here. And we have 3 columns, 1, 2, 3. And Roman period when horses entered, including people entered from Sendor, main entry was somewhere there, with 4 arches, arches adorned with 4 statues of horses, and 12 or 4 Italians take to Venice. Still, if we go to Venice, we can find that. And people enter from this door, and then 7 times they go around these 3 columns. If someone won the race, emperor give them some presents. The first column, Egyptian column, 16th century BC, during reign of Thutmose III, it was erected, and then 4th century AD they brought it from Egypt, and according to some historians, 1/3 of it, according to some historians, 2/3 of it. A part of it was broken during transportation, and 4 sides of it give information, hieroglyphs give information about Thutmose III victory and praising the gods of Egyptians. Lower part show events in hippodrome. Of course, when you approach them, you see about 4 meters lower from ground level, because when they construct these buildings around, they elevated the heights of region. And other column, serpentine column, 479, and Greece, when Greece won a war against Persia, they erected. Then first came to Hagia Sophia. From Hagia Sophia, they transported here up to 17th century. Has 3 headers. This period it was broken. Last column, we don't know exactly who constructed, but 10th century we know they covered with bronze leaf. Was moved to Venice 1204 when Italians occupied the city. The buildings here, first one, right side, register room, how we say, property room. When for land, house, anything, they register. Cadastro, I don't know you use cadastro or not. Other buildings, Ibrahim Pasha Palace. In fact, was now more or less 1/3 of it. Big part of it was extended behind this building, and was the biggest civil building in Ottoman period, 16th century constructed. He was son-in-law of Suleiman the Magnificent. Other one, Ottoman period, the Ministry of Tourism, Ministry of Zira'a, Agriculture and Tijara, commercial. Now Marmara Rectorate.